Welcome to the Borough After Hours, where we discuss our favorite southern town and other happening things in our community of Statesboro. Today, we're talking with the founder and CEO of Country Coastal Catholic, a local business selling handmade Catholic jewelry and other religious articles.
We're here with Mary, founder and CEO who spends a lot of time helping people choose items like rosaries, medals, and other devotional pieces.
Nice to meet you, Mary. I'm Ethan.
Hi, I'm Yeva. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Doing well, doing well. How did Country Coastal Catholic get started? What was your original idea or motivation behind starting it?
So it really started back when we had Hurricane Helene come through Georgia Southern and demolish everything. And so me and my wonderful roommates were stuck for like a week in our house. We had nothing better to do. We're all Catholic. And so we decided to start making rosaries. And I never stopped. So I kept making them and people started liking them and it spiraled from there.
That's amazing.
How often do you get to talk with people who are maybe buying from you, even if it's talking on the Etsy shop kind of thing? Because yeah, as you're mentioning, it's a cool business where you would be able to sort of have these conversations maybe.
Yeah, even though it's virtual and it's online, it's a lot more personable than I thought it was going to be, thankfully, because I usually have 2 to 3 conversations with new people every week asking for custom orders or questions about the Catholic faith. Or one of my favorite things is I go and I'll purchase antique medals because the Catholic faith has been around for eons. And so there's so much beautiful jewelry that's been out and just lost and neglected. So I'll go to antique stores and vintage stores and buy them. And just getting to talk to people, make custom orders, learn different aspects of art that I never thought I would learn was really, really cool.
What's the story behind the name of the shop?
It's kind of based off my own aesthetic, as cringy as that sounds. But I've always kind of been told that I'm a little country, I'm a little coastal, and I'm way too Catholic. And so when I started doing art and jewelry that was inspired by my passions and things I enjoyed and liked, taking those 3 things and piecing it together was really nice.
And did you grow up around the rosary or Catholic devotional items, or did they come later in life?
Yeah, so I was cradle Catholic. So I was born and raised Catholic. And rosaries are the things you just always see in churches. They're always gifted, they're around, they're not always very aesthetic though.
Sure.
You'll get the plastic glow in the dark ones, the really cheap. Honestly, a lot of them are just fake plastic jewels. Mm-hmm. And then you get these really beautiful rosaries that are made with gemstones or pearls, but then they cost a fortune. And so I wanted to kind of curate something that was in between those two, I think.
That's a really good one. And what was the first item you sold?
The very first item I sold was to my roommate, Gabby. Sweet, sweet woman. Love her with all of my heart. She really loved my designs. And so she would intentionally ask for custom items and help me come together to figure out my style. Honestly, it took a while before I figured out what worked, what didn't work, what I liked, what others liked, and finding middle ground in that.
Cool. Do you ever think about, as you mentioned, right, rosaries are very often gifted. And myself, right, a lot of rosaries I've gotten have been gifts, whether from my mom or else. Do you ever think about where some of your rosaries might end up? Maybe a rosary's passed down to 5 different people, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or the prayers maybe that someone's able to have with something you made, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I do think about that a lot, honestly. Which is why I really, really try to make them as sturdy as I can. Mm-hmm. But since I do tie rosaries, there's no guarantee. Mm-hmm. And so I started doing it this past year when someone's rosary broke. It was a missionary here in Statesboro. And so I created a policy that if anyone's rosary breaks, if it's mine, not someone else's, if they just message me and I'll send it to me, I'll fix it and send it back, because I do think that it's a beautiful piece that should be passed down from generation to generation. Mm-hmm. I'm still getting rosaries out there.
Mm-hmm. It can make such a difference, right? And
Yeah.
I think that's really cool to think about, the idea that it could genuinely like make such an impact, right? Of course, like as a vessel, but even still. So I know you've done a lot of themed items, right? Like for specific saints, for specific intercessions, that kind of thing. Who is your favorite saint? And like, tell us a little bit about your favorite saint.
So my favorite saint should be my patron saint, which is Saint King David.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite saint is Saint Ludwina. And she's the patron saint of chronic illness. And her story inspired me to literally feel like I can go, and if she can live the life that she lived, I can make it through anything. And she lived it so devoutly. So if you guys don't know Saint Ludwina, look her up.
So talking a little more on the business itself, what have been some difficulties as you've gone along?
Learning how to do finances, how to budget, how to make I love doing art. I love making things. I like making jewelry. And I really, really wanted to make it affordable, but then I was losing money. And so it was really hard to realize that for me to actually make these beautiful gemstone rosaries, I have to price them at gemstone price.
Yeah.
And so that was rough.
And what do you think? What role does your shop play in the local Catholic community, especially for students?
I think that if anything, it's more of an inspiration, showing that while we are young, we still have opportunities to dream, to create new ideas, and to thrive. And so if I was coming into college and I knew that one of my peers had started a Catholic business, I would feel inspired to maybe do something similar, or seeing, like, a lot of people don't even know what a rosary is. So just literally saying, like, asking, oh, what do you do? Oh, I make rosaries. And then it opens this beautiful conversation of what is that? And then diving deeper into that. But if anything, I would say that I hope that it inspires. I would hope that someone would realize that it's personal, it's intentional, and it's small.
How's your experience been running social media and trying to market for your brand, etc.?
Oh, that's my favorite part. I love social media marketing. I think that that's probably one of my strong suits. I enjoy photography. I enjoy editing. I love putting things out there. And so I really don't think that I would have succeeded in the way that I have if I didn't already have skills to do that, which was curated by St. Matthew's Catholic Church in Statesboro. Being able to do communications share and helping their church with their college group and different things, I think really, really set me up for success for starting my own business and being able to navigate social media platforms a lot more efficiently.
Yeah. And like we've been talking a lot about like how rosaries can help people pray, but what rosary mean to you personally?
Honestly, it means everything. It means good childhood memories. It means hope for the future. It means peace. It means comfort. It's one of my favorite things, which is why I love to promote it as much as I do, because it really is life-changing. Like when I say it's changed my life, I mean it with my full heart. When I am spiritually sound, in a state of grace, and pray my rosary every day, there is nothing on this earth that comes close to it.
Do you think like only Catholic people can use it, or like any Christian can basically get it and pray with it?
I think anyone can get it and pray with it. My hope is to just educate people with it as well.
Yeah.
So one of my goals is that as I grow, to be able to have enough money to put how to pray the rosary pamphlets with it, get more information out about what it is, because unfortunately a lot of people will see it and they'll think it's jewelry.
Well, thank you, Mary, for sitting down with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your journey and your like history.
Thank y'all for having me. This is really sweet.
Thanks for tuning in to the Borough After Hours.
Bye!